Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of DDTS, episode 603. I'm back with another video for y'all today. Thank y'all for joining me. Happy Thursday, October the 16th. October the 16th. Welcome to another video. I have another great video for y'all today. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me on this wonderful episode. We've got some great tea for y'all today. We got some great news. Well, hot tea, hot gossip. You know how it goes. Allegedly, this and the third. I'm so happy to be able to do another video for y'all today. If y'all haven't, please be sure to check out my video of D'Angelo and Angie Stone. Be sure to check that video out if you haven't yet. But if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe button, and that notification bell, and you'll get notified when I have new videos uploaded. I'm so happy to be able to do this episode. I was pretty much curious if I wanted to do another video today. I was gonna just catch up on things, but I said, you know what? Stuff was just getting sent to me, and peoples was asking me how to do their YouTube and how to do this and how to do that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna help anybody that I can, and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this hot tea, hot gossip, because that's what I do. I like to keep everybody up the loop. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. We are back again with another video. Thank y'all for joining me, and I really hope that y'all love this content, and I'm just so happy to be able to do this with you all. This isn't hot coffee, this is hot tea. This is my midday hot beverage. This is hot tea, regular tea. After this cup of tea, I'm gonna make some French vanilla tea that Miss Professor got me a while back, and I'm still drinking on it. I still have a lot of that. I've been drinking, and I just love hot tea. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. But like I said, prayers goes out to D'Angelo's family, his son, and everybody that knew him, family and friends and everything. And we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Before I get into this video, I just want to say, always stay prayed up. Always go to your doctor appointments. Always take care of yourself. Always treat people right the way you want to be treated, because tomorrow is not promised to us. Life is too short for BS, and life is too short to be wasting on foolishness. If you know for a fact that, every day is not promised to us, always treat people right the way you want to be treated, and that's the honest truth. I just wanted to say that. So let's go ahead and get into this video today. Hold on one second, I gotta clean these glasses. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So yeah. So these gonna be the episode of today. These gonna be the topics. We're gonna be talking about Judge Mathis addresses Judge Joe Brown, comparing his wife to a hoe. We're going to be talking about Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis, and they beef, some stuff that Judge Joe Brown has been saying in interviews, which he has been saying a lot of stuff. Some stuff may be true, some stuff may be alleged, some stuff may be, stuff that he's just talking, because we never know. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Darius McCrary, who played Eddie Winslow on Family Matters from 1989 to 1998. He has been arrested, and he has been transferred from California to Michigan. And the reason that he is allegedly behind bars is because he basically decided, allegedly, to skip his basically child support payments of 75K and just forget about it. And basically, that is allegedly why he was arrested and why he is behind bars now, allegedly. We're going to talk about that. It's just so very much. Um, and we're going to talk about some more things. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams and her guardianship in that situation. I got some tea about that as well. And I'm going to be sure to include all of that. And another thing that I want to discuss, we're going to be talking about the 911 star who played on 911 with Angela Bassett, that played as her husband, Rockford, Dutcher Rockford, or whatever his name was. He played on 911 Lone Star. He played off of Soul Food. He played off of Dirty Laundry. And we're going to talk about that he's set to go to trial and some other things. It's just some things that I just wanted to elaborate on that I wasn't to elaborate on yesterday. I could have, but it was so much going on. So I'm going to try to include everything that there is to include in this video. So let's go ahead and get into the hot gossip, the hot tea, the alleged stuff, the true stuff, and everything. And shout out to everyone that is wanting to start a YouTube channel, that's already got a YouTube channel. Shout out to the ones that is really putting that content out and putting that work in. Shout out to everyone that is putting that work out. Everybody that's putting that work in the content world, creation world, no matter what platform you on, congratulations, and keep putting that content out, because I'm trying to put as much content out as I can, and I want to pass that on to y'all as a positive word and vibe. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about, Judge Mathis addresses Judge Joe Brown comparing his wife to a hoe. And I'm sorry, I'm just reading it like it is, allegedly. And I will be putting a picture in the background so y'all can get a detail of what I'm talking about. I will be blocking the background out, so yeah. If y'all would like to know what background I'm using Power Director. It's free, and if you want advanced stuff like the Pro, you can pay for it if you want to. I'm not paying it. As long as it's still free, I'm using the free version. I don't need all my stuff to be looking sophisticated and stuff like that. As long as I want it the way I want it, and the stuff is free for how I need to do it, that's all that matters. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this content. Okay, so here we go. The judges are going at it. Judge Greg Mathis recently addressed Judge Joe Brown for the comments he made about his wife, specifically calling her a hoe. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not bleeping nothing. He opened his rant gracefully and took accountability. If Judge Brown felt that I disrespected him, which when I responded to his attack, I apologize. But that's not what I wanted to do. Quite frankly, I don't want to fight. I don't want to go back and forth. The 65-year-old personally said in an interview with The Art of Dialogue, Mathis quickly dropped the politeness and threw some jabs before expressing concern over Brown. Lions don't fight monkeys. It's unfair, and put it in the street. Vascular gangsters don't fight with lames. I added, in my case, an OG ain't fighting a lame, so don't want to fight with him. I want to give him some care. something is wrong. The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of hoe. When I mentioned him calling Kamala Harris a hoe, I said he better not say it about my wife. Okay, with that being said, that is the response that Judge Mathis said back to Judge Joe Brown. You know, he responded back to the claims of Judge Joe Brown calling his wife a hoe. Now let's back before I play a video on my laptop and I'm gonna let y'all see. Now, it is alleged that Judge Joe Brown did call Kamala Harris that term. I don't know why he felt he needed to do, but I will say this. Judge Joe Brown has really been saying a lot of stuff lately. Now, some of the stuff may be true, allegedly. Some of the stuff may be true. Some of the stuff may not be true. Some of the stuff that he's saying, he might just want to hear himself talk. But the way Judge Mathis is allegedly saying that he really needs some help. And with that being said, I can kind of agree with Judge Mathis. I agree with Judge Mathis on that. He basically needs some help. Now, I'm not saying that he's off his rockers. I ain't saying that he crazy and that he off his medicine, this and that and the third. I'm not saying that. But Judge Mathis does have a point. The thing is this. What Judge Mathis is saying, what he said in this article, what he said in his response, basically what Judge Mathis is saying, I got so much money and I'm rich. I don't have time to fight with you. I'm not finna waste my energy nor my time going back and forth with you. Now, you basically call Kamala Harris a hoe, but you're not going to call my wife a hoe. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to disrespect my wife. You're not going to disrespect anybody in my family. And you're not going to disrespect me. That's basically my opinion, what Judge Mathis is basically saying to Judge Joe Brown in the response. And if I may say this, a lot of y'all might not know, Judge Mathis went to prison back in the day when he was like 15, 16 years old, when he was in the gangs back in Chicago. In case y'all don't know, before Judge Mathis became a lawyer and a judge, he was on the streets. He was in the street gangs. Judge Mathis know about the street. Judge Mathis know about gangsters. So if I had to choose and if I had to put my money on somebody, I'm putting my money on Judge Mathis. Because Judge Mathis know what there is to know. Now, Judge Joe Brown background, I allegedly don't know all that, but allegedly I do know that Judge Mathis, he went to prison when he was 16. He was in the streets, he was in these gangs and stuff like that. He knows this stuff. And when you have had a past like that, that does not leave your presence. That does not leave your background. That does not leave you, because that is part of you. And that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to stick with Judge Mathis on this. Judge Joe Brown had no reason to allegedly attack Judge Mathis' wife. He might have called Paris Hilton a hoe. I heard that. He might have called Kamala Harris a hoe. I heard that. But I agree with Judge Mathis. You do not call another man's wife that term. I could have said that term, but I'm saying it in a way, you know, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not hiding nothing. This is an unfiltered channel. And I say whatever I want to say on my channel. And I speaks the truth. And I have no reason to hide the truth of how I feel or anybody feel. Anybody can come on here and express how they really feel. Okay? Now, I'm about to put this video up on my laptop and hopefully it'll play. And I'll let y'all hear what allegedly what Judge Mathis had to say himself. Exactly, it's basically like, hold on. It's basically like what I said, but um, you know, it's basically like what I said, but I'll let y'all hear it in his words. Hold on, y'all.
When I responded to his attack, if Judge Brown felt that I disrespected him when I responded to his attack, I apologize, because that's not what I want to do. I want, quite frankly, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to go back and forth. I mean, lions don't fight monkeys. It's unfair. And to put it in street vernacular, gangsters don't fight lames. In my case, a OG ain't fighting the lame. So, I don't want to fight with him. I want to get him some care. Something's wrong. The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of a home. When I had mentioned him calling Harris a hoe, and I said he better not say it about my wife, his response next time he came on television was, well, something to the effect of, well, I don't know if his wife is a hoe or not. If she takes money, if she said it, she might be a... Who talks like that and not have any fear? I would have fear of saying that. And as I just told you, I'm fearless. So I think something's wrong. The man is he's near 80, which is about the time dementia sets in, if you're going to get it. If you think about it long enough, folks in that age group, 80 or more, those that talk crazy, you hear them talk crazy sometimes, they say all type of sexual stuff, those typically they have a little dementia going on. Those that don't, you don't hear all old folks talk crazy like that. Those that do have a little dementia going on.
Okay, y'all, that is the clip. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Before I start the video on here, I'm gonna edit that part out and let y'all see the video in a clear way, because I don't like how I did that. So before I start the video, I'm gonna put this clip that y'all saw on this laptop. I'm gonna basically edit the part out before I start this video on here. Then I'll let y'all see it like that, so y'all can see it and hear it in a clear way, respectfully, because I want y'all to understand and I want y'all to hear it. So yeah, that's pretty much you know, what it's all about. Like, I agree with I really agree. You know. But I tell you what, I'm gonna let this part stay up, and then I would just, I'll let y'all see it again in a clear way. Then, y'all can watch it and go over it and stuff. Like I'm saying, I'm still learning. I'm still learning about editing and everything. No matter how many videos I've done, I still learn about editing. Oh yeah, I need to get a sip of this tea. This is actual tea, y'all. This is actual tea. This is actual tea. And Mathis also says that he reflected on how the next time Judge Brown had an appearance on television, he challenged his warning, something to the effect of, well, I don't know if his wife is a hoe or not, if she takes money or if she said that she might be, Mathis said, who talks like that and not have any fear. I would have fear of saying that. And I just told you, I'm fearless. So I think something is wrong. The man is near 80, which is about time dementia sets in if you're going to get it. If you about it enough, folks in that age, group of 80 or more, those that talk crazy, you can hear them talk crazy all the time. Judge Joe Brown made his initial comments about Kamala Harris on the art of dialogue, prompting that Judge Mathis to respond and defend the former vice president. Okay, I think we just gonna go off of that. Um, how I feel about that, like I said, if I had to choose whose side to be on, and if I had to choose who was right and who's wrong, like I said, I'm not taking anybody's side. I'm on the right side, not the wrong side. And I'm taking Judge Mathis' side on this because Judge Mathis has every right to defend his wife. He has a right to defend himself. He has a right to voice his opinion. And I understand Judge Joe Brown, he might, he has a right to defend his opinion too and voice his opinion and this and that and the third. But I'm saying a lot of stuff that he has been saying, some of it might be true, some of it might not be true, some of it he just like to hear himself talk. Who knows? He might have something going on in his brain. We don't know that. But no tea, no shade. But if we're gonna be honest, Judge Joe Brown, he needs to stop doing all this unnecessary stuff and extra stuff and worry about them sexual assault cases and stuff like that and trying to mess around with people. Just my opinion. Because, like I said, Judge Mathis went to prison because he was in a gang at the age of 16, 15 or 16. And I think his mother passed away as well. So at that time, so when you think about it, Judge Mathis know more about the streets than possibly Judge Joe Brown. Hell, I don't know, but that's kind of what it seems like. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this clip again. I'm gonna put that clip up. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm going to put that clip up again. I'm just gonna see how can I edit this stuff. I'm gonna be doing some editing when I'm done with this video anyway. So I'm gonna be doing some editing. So I'm gonna figure this out. And then I'm gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna figure it out. But at the end of the day, I'm on Judge Mathis' side. I choose right, and I stand with Judge Mathis on this. Judge Joe Brown, he just needs to take a chill pill and go on and slow down and get off that yak and jack and whatever it is he on. And just calm down. And first of all, that's the thing. This the thing, and this the question that behooves me. I ain't stealing nobody words. This what gets me. Why in the hell do you got his wife name in your mouth, and why in the hell you got Kamala Harris name in your mouth? Hell, if somebody had your woman's name in their mouth, you will be mad. You'll be wanting to fight. One thing you do not do, you do not put another man's wife's name in your mouth. You do not disrespect another man's wife, because that's disrespectful. Those are fighting words. Those are death words, and those are death actions. Because the ordinary man is not going to play about their wife. Another man is not going to play about their marriage. Because if someone is very, 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 very dedicated to their marriage, like Judge Mathis is to his wife. Now, I've heard things in the past that was not too long ago. I've heard things about, about the cheating and stuff. I don't know about the incident allegedly. I don't know nothing about that. I was not there. But you can tell how dedicated and loving that Judge Mathis is to his wife and to his family. Judge Mathis also said this on the Tamara Hall show. Tamara Hall asked Judge Mathis a question about his wife. And Judge Mathis' response was this, and I'm hoping that I can find it and I can put that up as well. Judge Mathis said this: when he lost his mother, that's how he felt. No. I had it backwards. Judge Mathis said allegedly on the Tamron Hall show, when his son-in-law and his son was on there, Judge Mathis and his family was on there. Judge Mathis said this. Judge Mathis said when he lost his wife, that's how he felt when he lost his mother. And I guess at the time, Judge Mathis and his wife was having problems. And so, you know how the media goes. I guess they were having problems, and thank goodness that they worked it out. But that's what he said. And at the end of the day, you do not disrespect a man's wife. You don't disrespect somebody's marriage. Just like how men are with their wives, a lot of women are like that with their husbands. So it goes both ways. But I'm going to put some clips after this. I don't know. Y'all, if y'all watch the video, y'all gonna see. I'm gonna figure it out some way. But I'm gonna try to put this clip up in here again, and I'm gonna let y'all see it. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see it. So enjoy the clip again, and I'm gonna come back, and then we're gonna get started on the next topic.
If Judge Brown felt that I disrespected him when I responded to his attack, I apologize, because that's not what I want to do. I want, quite frankly, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to go back and forth. I mean, lions don't fight monkeys. It's unfair. And to put it in street vernacular, gangsters don't fight lames. In my case, a OG ain't fighting a lame. So I don't want to fight with him. I want to get him some care. Something's wrong. The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of a hoe. When I had mentioned him calling Harris a hoe, and I said he better not say it about my wife, his response next time he came on television was, well, something to the effect of, I don't know if his wife is a hoe or not. If she takes money, if she said that, she might be a... Who talks like that and not feel not have any fear. I would have fear of saying that. And as I just told you, I'm fearless. So I think something's wrong. The man is he's near 80, which is about the time dementia sets in, if you're going to get it. If you think about it long enough, folks in that age group, 80 or more, those that talk crazy, you hear them talk crazy sometimes. They say all type of sexual stuff. Those typically they have a little dementia going on.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Y'all just saw that clip again, or y'all just saw that clip for the first time, however I did it. What do y'all think about that? How do y'all feel about this situation? Who do y'all think is right? Who do y'all think is wrong? Whose side are you on? Are you on Judge Mathis' side, or are you on Judge Brown's side? Do you think Judge Joe Brown went a little too far, or do you think he was right? What do you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe on that topic. And we will be right back with DDTS episode 603. The next topic that will be next is Darius McCrary and him being in jail behind bars for skipping his child support payments of $75K and being transferred from California to Michigan. We're going to go and elaborate on that. So come back and join me on DDTS episode 603. Come back and join us. Hey y'all, welcome back to DDTS episode 603. We just got done talking about Judge Mathis versus Judge Joe Brown. Now we're about to go ahead and get into some more tea. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic. Now, the next topic, I gotta elaborate on this topic, but I am. The next topic that we're gonna be talking about is Family Matters star Darius McCrary denied bail after bizarre court appearance. Now, a video was sent to me on my Instagram page via Neighborhood Talks. Shout out to Neighborhood Talks. Shout out to any other social media platform and any news platform or website that has the tea. Thank you. And I'm going to elaborate on that. It's a 3-minute read, and I will say this, like what I just said, Darius McCrary was denied bail. I just saw this a while ago. He was denied bail, and the video that I watched earlier, he was actually in court, and they transferred him from California to Michigan, and he basically was dodging $75K in child support. And I don't know, y'all, I ain't trying to be messy, and I ain't trying to be funny, I ain't trying to be messy. But can somebody please explain to me why in the hell is everybody tagging why is everybody tagging Cindy Stacks or whatever her name is? Why is people's tagging this Cindy girl? Why is people's tagging her? Does she have something to do with this whole situation? The reason it's like this? Is she the reason why he's behind bars? Why is people's tagging her? Let me hold on 1 second. What's her name? What's her name? Cindy Stacks? Oh no. Hold on. Okay, her name is Cindy Starr. But that's the question. Why is everybody tagging Cindy Starr? Why is people tagging her in this stuff? Is she the main reason this stuff is coming out? Do y'all think she has something to do with it? Now, for some of y'all that do not know, Cindy Starr is a woman that dated um Darius um McCrary. I don't know for how long. I don't know. I really don't know. Because it's a lot of tea between them as well. Because if I may say this, it is so much tea between them. And I didn't know this. I read about this. It is said that that I'm waiting on it to load now because I didn't even know this. I know they was together for an amount of time, but I didn't know how serious it was. Pretty much, you know. Hold on, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Maybe this better. I had to put me some in my oven. But back what I was saying. I was saying before I clicked off, before I'm starting back now, I didn't know this. It is said allegedly that Cindy Starr, my Darius paid for my gender surgery, not with the Family Matters money, but saw 5 moolah. Basically, I've heard about this allegedly that Darius McCrary helped pay for Cindy Starr's gender surgery. Now, with gender surgery, I'm thinking I'm knowing what that is, but I don't want to get it wrong. Cindy Starr is a transgender model, and it is said that transgender model Cindy Starr and Family Matters star aluminum Darius McCrary have been putting on a strong public front for months, and their union just got a whole lot tighter. And Cindy says it's all thanks to the gender affirming surgery. The two little birds recently paid Adam 22 a visit at No Jumper. This was back in 2024 of October, so I know this is old news to a lot of y'all, but this is new news to me. When Cindy Starr jumped at the chance to reveal Darius slapped down big bucks for her mother to get the permanent snip. Okay. Adam asked Cindy. Oh my God. Oh my God. I should have never. Okay, I think I know what it is. When it says, for Cindy Starr to have her gender surgery, it basically to have her, it was a transitioning surgery. I'm gonna say transitioning surgery allegedly, and I'm just gonna put it like that: a transitioning surgery to have, to have an operation, pretty much. That's what Darius McCrary basically paid for. Basically, he paid for Cindy Starr, who was his girlfriend at the time, to have an operation done. If you know, you know. And if y'all are smart, I want y'all to put 2 and 2 together. Put 2 and 2 together. What do you think happened? What do you think happens when a person is feeling another person? basically, what do you think happens when a man or a guy is dating a transgender woman? And what do you think that he is willing to do if he's not satisfied with his needs towards that woman? What do you think they are willing to do to make sure that they are both satisfied? If you know, you know. And I'm not going to go that far, but that's not why we're here. We are here for the real reason, not the Cindy Star news. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to bring it up. I just want to put that out there since people want to tag Cindy Star name up in these posts. I just wanted to elaborate on who that was. I was just trying to see. I hope that was not her that started this whole fiasco. I really don't know. I really don't know much about her, but I'm just saying. Let's go. Let's go ahead and talk about what we are really here for. And we are here for Darius McCrary. He is denied bail for bizarre court appearance. Like I said, he was arrested for skipping out on child support payments of $75K. He was transferred to California, to Michigan, to another facility or jail, if I'm correct. I'm not for sure. Hold on, let me check on my food. Now, it ought to be done. I'm on plus. Well, I got 10 more minutes, so I'm gonna let that cook. Forgive me, y'all. I'm gonna edit this stuff out so y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. So yeah. I'm sorry for getting off the topic, but here we go. So it says, Darius McCrary appeared in court for the first time after his arrest earlier this month. He was arrested in October of this month. I think it was either the 5th through the 9th of October when he was arrested. The 49-year-old Family Matters star opened to represent himself during the hearing following his felony arrest on Sunday, October the 5th, for an out-of-state warrant of charges related to an ongoing child support dispute case, according to footage obtained by TMZ. Shout out to TMZ. McCrary started multiple times during the proceedings. I'm here on special appearance promoting confusion from the judge. When McCrary first made the statement, the judge asked, especially appearing for whom? McCrary repeated, especially appearing for Darius McCrary, I'm here, I'm here. According to TMZ, the judge appointed a public defender for McCrary's case, explaining the actor is unable to understand appreciate the lineaments of these proceedings. Okay. McCrary was denied bail and agreed to be extradited to Michigan. Authorities there now have 30 days to transfer him from San Diego jail, where he's been held since the arrest. McCrary representative Ann Barlow told Fox News Digital that the actor isn't extradited to Michigan. He appeared in San Diego court again on November 14th. Okay, so does that mean that he still is held in contempt? Does that mean he's still... So basically, it's saying that he's still in jail pretty much. And he's still under arrest. If I'm correct. You can go back and look that up. You can look on TMZ. You can look up on any social media, any website that you would like to, if you want to go back and clarify and go back to what I'm talking about. I'd rather give y'all the right information and not the wrong. But let's go ahead and elaborate on this. So you're trying to tell me that a big star as Darius McCrary is, you're trying to tell me the guy that played on Mississippi Burning, Family Matters, which he played Family Matters from 1989 to 1998. He played on other shows, guest starred on other shows. He played on Kingdom Come. He played on Star. He guest started on Star, and he played in a bunch of stuff. You're trying to tell me all that money that he made on Family Matters? He was on The Young and the Restless as Malcolm Winters, because Shamar Moore, he was off The Young and the Restless then. Shamar Moore was pretty much on Criminal Minds at the time. But so Darius McCrary kind of stepped in and played that role for a little bit. So you're trying to tell me the guy that played on Family Matters and movies, Kingdom Come, Mississippi Burning when he was little, all this and that and the third, you trying to tell me that he was skipping out on child support payments and he had all that money and he could have took care of all of that? I think I know where the money might have went, allegedly. I could be wrong. All that money probably went towards Cindy Starr, his alleged girlfriend at the time, for her to have that operation. I could be wrong, allegedly. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But $75K in child support, that is a lot of money. Eddie Winslow, did Harry and Carl Winslow not teach you anything? Did Harry and Carl Winslow not teach you anything? Did you learn anything from Carl and Harry? Did you learn anything from Laura? I don't know what you could learn from Laura, and I show. Did you learn anything from Steve? Steve Urkel might have been annoying to a lot of peoples, but in the end, peoples grew up to love Steve Urkel. But you ain't learned nothing from neither of those people. Everybody in Family Matters doing their own thing and having a successful career, and they ain't going through nothing. But I've heard through the grapevine for a couple of years, Darius McCrary has been going through stuff. But the fact of him dodging those child support payments, now he's in San Diego, California, and will be transferred to Michigan. And now he has to appear back in court on November the 14th. This is my thing. I think I talked about this a couple of times. Having a child is one thing. Helping make a child is one thing. But not paying your child support payments is another. Now listen, the thing is this. A lot of men wouldn't have to pay child support if they would be there with their child. If they would be there with their child, be there for their child, then they wouldn't have to pay child support. And I know, it's not just the men, it's the women. It's sometimes the women, they have so much pride. They be like, no, I don't want you in my life. I don't want you. I got me and my child. I got me and my child. Yes, that's understandable. You do got some women that feel like they don't need the child's father in their life. When the father tries to step up, the women don't want to allow the fathers to be in their life because the woman wants to have a pride up, and the woman basically wants to take the money for herself and go on these vacations. Now, I'm not defending him. I'm not defending nobody. Basically what I'm saying, I don't mean to rub anybody the wrong way, but it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I feel like if you are having a child together as a man and a woman, I feel like y'all should talk it over. Y'all should discuss what plans that y'all gonna do. Y'all should discuss if y'all gonna stay in a relationship for the kids, be there for the kids because you don't want your kids confused. But when y'all are apart, it comes this child support. Oh, I'm gonna sue him for child support. I'm gonna sue him for child support. This the thing though. I'm still trying to stay on topic, but this the thing. If you are a woman and you have a child and that father does not want to be in that child's life, and he say, well, I can't be in my child's life, well, I pay child support. Well, this the thing. When they give you the child support, I'm gonna say this louder for everybody in the back because a lot of people seem to not want to hear this. When the child's father give y'all the child support, it is for the child. It is for to support the child, not for you to go on your vacation to Miami, your vacation to the Bahamas, your vacation to Texas, your vacation to Hawaii. It is not meant for that. It is not meant for you to splurge out and go to Atlanta on vacation. It is for the support of that child. And I understand you want to treat yourself, but in the end, the child comes first. I know it's probably not the same thing, but you probably get what I'm saying. I'm basically saying the dude should have never skipped out on his child support payments. Now, I don't know why he would skip out on $75K of child support payments, allegedly. Now, that's a lot. But that's what happens when you do not pay. It's just like the IRS. You do not mess and play with the IRS because you know what will happen? If you play with the IRS, they gonna take everything. You better ask Red Fox. Well, you can't ask Red Fox because he's no longer here. But you can't ask him, but ask him because well you can't. But Red Fox was in so much debt that they took the chain around his neck and the cars and everything that he owned. So yeah, you do not pay with the IRS and you do not play with the child support peoples because whatever you owe, and whatever income you get, income tax of this and then the third. Oh, if you owe that and they find that out, they can trace that through your social security number, this and then the third. Oh baby, they taking how much you owe. They ain't taking a penny more. They ain't taking a penny less. They gonna take it on the dot. And if you owe back time, they gonna take that. So my thing is this. If you are a father, if you are a parent in general, I'm not a parent, but I know y'all ain't gonna watch this part of this video. Y'all might not even listen to me. Y'all probably saying, oh, he don't know what the hell he talking about. Well, I might not know, but I would say this. For the parents that's watching this video, if y'all got children, please let your child if this the thing, do the right thing. Do the right thing. If somebody's paying child support, let them pay. No, better scratch that. Men, y'all need to learn to pay y'all child support. Women, stop taking the child support and going on vacations, getting y'all nails done and getting y'all weaves done and this and that and the third or whatever it is that y'all do. Not all, just some, because you do got some out there that take the money and ass it up and then get mad when they be short on this and that and the third. The money is for the child, to support the child, but everybody don't want to understand that. This is not just for my community. This is for everybody and all around the world. Shout out to the peoples that don't have to go through that situation, but I'm saying all that money that Darius McCrary had, you telling me that he was behind that much? Did Harriet Carr Winslow not teach you anything? As a parent, I'm not a parent, but as a parent, it is the parent's responsibility, the mama and the daddy, to make sure that everything is afoot. If the mama and the daddy is having problems, and if the mama put the daddy on child support, it is the daddy's responsibility to pay the child support. And I'm saying this, if the daddy is paying the child support, better yet, buying the kids stuff to try to make it right, let them do that. Stop trying to make them the victim. Stop trying to make them the evil person that they are. If the parent is trying, let them do what they need to do to provide for their child. Because sometimes it don't be both parents. It be one parent. It be one person standing in the way of them trying to provide for their child because of their pride. The child did not ask to be here. We, like, the children, they didn't ask to be here. None of us did. But both peoples, the man and the woman, both consented. And here we are. But Eddie Winslow, did Harriet and Carl Winslow not teach you anything? Now, that's what I'm gonna say about that. So, what do y'all think that 75K went to? I hope I stayed on task. What do y'all think that 75K went to? Do y'all think that surgery that Cindy Starr had took all of it? What do y'all think? Put it in the comments. I will be sure to give y'all an update and a rundown if I hear any more stuff on this Darius McCrary topic. Like, comment, subscribe on that. But like I said, he shouldn't be broke running out of money like that. I really don't know. And this is the thing, I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. If you ain't gonna provide for your kids, I'm finna go on and give y'all some advice. If you ain't gonna provide for your kids, ladies, close your legs. Clink, clink, lock down. And men, stop spreading your seed everywhere. Because your flowers ain't gonna grow everywhere you plant them. No matter how much fertilizer you use, no matter how much dirt you use, no water, your seed is not gonna grow everywhere. And you can't plant it everywhere. If you know, you know. So that's gonna be it for that topic. When we come back, we're gonna talk about the last topic, and we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams and her guardianship. And when Wendy Williams found out that she was actually paying more in rent than they said she, next on DDTS episode 603 blooper, we're gonna be talking about Wendy Williams and her guardianship and some details that Wendy Williams found out. Stay tuned. And this is DDTS episode 603. Hey y'all, welcome back to DDTS episode 603. Back with the last topic. I said I was going to talk about that other topic with the 911 incident. Y'all, I'm gonna have to do that topic another time. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to include. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a short, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'll make a little video of that on its own. But I just want to do this right quick. I hope that's okay with y'all. But we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams, and that's the last topic. I think this video might be like 40, 50 minutes and some change, depending on how long I talk about this topic. I hope it's okay with y'all. But we're gonna get this done. And I know I realized I made so many mistakes and bloopers in this video. It's not even funny, and I apologize. So let's go ahead and get into this video. And the last topic that we're going to be discussing is Wendy Williams, and it is about her apartment, which she has to pay $25K a month in assisted living facility. And it says Wendy Williams calls her $25K a month assisted living facility a dump and aim at guardianship. And again, I feel like Wendy Williams shouldn't have to be in guardianship. I really feel like she's in her right mind. She's in her right spirit. Aim it what her son allegedly, done. Took her money and buying boats and paying a lot of money for DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that, and everything that has went along with that. I really feel like that woman has already been through so much. I'm back, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna read this little article and we're gonna elaborate on that, and that will be it for today's video. I hope y'all can tell that I'm very dedicated into this and everything. Even though I got a lot going on, I'm still gonna be sure I get everything taken care of and make sure everybody is good of the peoples that I communicate with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Wendy Williams has shared rare insight into her living situation at the Coterie Her High End Assistant Facility in Houston Yards, New York City, where she reportedly resides on one floor. Williams spoke to the Cut via phone from her memory care floor. Per the unit, the memory care floor is locked, and she needs both permission from the country and her guardian if she wants to leave. She also is not allowed to have a cell phone, but her room has a landline that only makes outgoing calls. Her friend and owner of the on-scale Italian eatery, Tucci, in New York City, Max Tucci, also spoke with the outlet, sharing that Williams describes the establishment to him as a dump. This is like where billionaires send their grandmothers, but she said, before his tone became serious, she doesn't need it. Wendy doesn't lie. During her telephone call interview, Williams asked the reporter who toured the facility, "Do you see the people, the elderly people? Why do I want to look at that? This is a effed up situation. I can't tell you how many times I asked that I be moved from this floor." The former talk show host was placed under a court-appointed guardianship in 2022. In February 2024, Wendy Williams' team announced that she'd been diagnosed with progressive aplasia and frontotemporal dementia. Williams continued to deny that she has dementia. The Cut described the lobby in the Coterie as having fresh lioness displayed in the marble floors with tiered crystals waterfalls, chandelier hanging from the ceiling. The outlet also listed the entries at the facility, which includes a 24/7 nursing staff. Also, the residents able to participate. There's a private movie theater and a snack bar and a spa and a hair salon. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna get right there. And pretty much I'm just going to elaborate off that. So basically, Wendy Williams still has to suffer for something that's not in her control. Honestly, I don't believe Wendy Williams have dementia. Like I said, she denied that she has dementia. But another thing I will say, free Wendy Williams, because she is what we need right now with all of this stuff going on. Wendy Williams is my spirit animal. We got Sherry Shepherd. Shout out to Sherry Shepherd. I love Sherry Shepherd so much. And I love the Sherry Shepherd show. Congrats to Sherry Shepherd in her continuous career. I'm going to give Sherry Shepherd a shout out because I truly love her. But we need Wendy back as well. We miss Wendy. Wendy has been gone for so long. This woman has been through so much. Through this guardianship that she's been in since 2022, which the courts put her ass. And in February 2024, she was diagnosed with dysplasia and dementia. But Wendy Williams says she denies that she has dementia. And I can't believe Wendy. I can believe her. She talks like she's in her right mind. And she says allegedly that she does not lie. And I'm going to say this. If Wendy is paying that amount of money a month for a apartment complex or a rent or whatever that she's in and she does not like it, let that woman, let Wendy Williams be in the place where she wants to be in. She needs to be removed from that guardianship because that guardian that she has is not the best care for Wendy. That guardian that Wendy Williams had is not doing anything but taking her money and taking away everything that Wendy loves. It's bad enough Wendy can't see her family or anything like that because of that guardianship. It's sad. I stand with Wendy. And Wendy deserves to be free. Wendy Williams is such a spirit animal. And all the things that she's been through with her child, her son, her family, her daddy, and people's taking things away from her, her illness, disability, and everything. This woman has been through so much. Can she just go and live her life the way she wants to live it? Because I feel like if she lives her life, if she's freed, and if she starts a podcast, she's going to tell all. She's going to tell all, and I feel like that will be one of the best things that we can possibly have in the whole year of 2025. So basically, it's basically telling me that money talks. and bullshit walks because Wendy is not getting the proper care that she needs. Wendy Williams said, allegedly, that if you look out that window, you'll see people's 80, 90, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, and she does not want to be there. And I don't blame her. So my thing is, I really hope that Wendy gets free, and I really hope that she gets out of that situation. And I will keep y'all updated if I hear anything else. But that will be my video for today. Let me know what you guys think of the topics that we talked about. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video as soon as possible. I hope y'all enjoy. Thank y'all for watching. I really want to say I love y'all and thank you, and I will talk to y'all later. And thank y'all for tuning in. And I really want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm hoping that I included everything that there is to include. I will be making another video as soon as possible talking about the actor from 911 that played as Angela Bassett's husband and that played on Dirty Laundry. The family that prays as Sanaa Lathan's husband. You know, the man that slapped Sanaa Lathan over the counter. I'm gonna make sure I put that gif up. Him. So so yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I really want to say I love y'all. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tell your friends about me. And I really want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all for the love, for the support, and everything. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all, and thank you. And bye-bye.
How do you describe those 3 weeks?
Well, of course, they were devastating and felt like I did when I lost my mother. That's the feeling I had. And I'd do anything to get my mother back. So I did anything to get my wife back.
Linda, you were backstage when I asked Greg, what did you have in common with his mom? He said, y'all are very different. And I said, well, you know, they're strong women in different ways. I called him originally to talk with him, and he said, I gotta wait on this one to say it was okay. Why did you find this to be the right time for you to talk about this?
As you mentioned, it's been a year now. And in that year, we did a lot of work. We learned each other again. We had enjoyed our time doing that each and every day. And it's just been progressively just great. I mean, every day it's been just wonderful.
You know, what is that song, Woman to Woman? That's there's an old song my mom used to listen to. Betty, this is Shirley. Shirley's Betty. Woman to Woman. Right. Person to person. I think that stepping away from your marriage and stepping away from your family is not an easy decision for anyone, or to take a break, whatever you define it as. How do you, as a woman, explain that feeling of needing that moment to process who you are at that time?
Well, I have always, like you said, you know, I supported him always. And at that time, I felt I needed to just take care of me. And that's what I felt I was doing at that time.